knows I'm a massive shark. Slash and grab and make a scene. I'll tear this little world apart. But first I'm chopping Jason Statham. Gotta make a start. Listen in the splashing. What go where you go? We didn't have these tasty humans all that time ago. But now I'm in my element and I'll buy a make your blood.
What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries? It's your boy Train as Wonder Wife Sarah. We just got back from the movie theaters checking out the new MEG 2 The Trench movie. I have been waiting for this film ever since they announced that there was going to be a sequel to the first movie. I feel like the MEG is quickly becoming the Fast and the Furious of shark movies. It's outlandishly fun, killer action, absurd stunts, silly, lighthearted, comical moments, and a movie that continues the importance of Vin Diesel's favorite F word, family. It was pretty good. It's fun, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I really did enjoy the movie.
I feel like it doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, the books are, they're definitely a little more dramatic, a little more suspense going on. Obviously,
I think they're more intense.
More intense, more gory. They really kind of, I was surprised.
I'd say the books are probably rated R.
Yeah. The books are definitely rated R compared to this movie. They tried to make it available for teenage audiences.
A wider audience. Yeah.
To help, get the money back. In some cases, I felt there was moments they probably should have gone rated R.
Absolutely.
Because
I mean, I think there was definitely moments where I was waiting for them to push the envelope and then they were like, oh wait, PG-13.
Yeah. There's definitely things like, really, that wouldn't happen that way. There would be blood spattered all over the place, and they didn't do it. It almost felt like we're going the Jurassic World route here, where they're gonna kind of like shy away from the goreness to it. But all in all, I thought it's just an extremely fun summer film that Shark Week comes up. Yeah, man, I'm putting this movie on. Do you feel the same way?
It definitely makes its way into our Shark Week marathon movies.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, we were talking about this during our MEG watch party, where in a genre full of shark movies that are generally not good, there's only like a few that we talk about: Jaws 2, Deep Blue Sea, The Shallows, the first MEG movie. This one's up there too. It's just as fun. They go a little harder on some of the craziness with it. Obviously, as you've seen in the trailers, there's a Kraken, there's more MEGs, there's other types of threats out there.
I would say, the movie itself was really fast-paced from the very beginning.
Yeah, and it's definitely for my, Steve Alton readers out there who are probably looking at this movie, it is definitely very loosely based. They really get through the Trench book in 30 minutes.
Pretty much.
I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, we're already here.
They took a lot of creative liberties with this movie.
Yeah, the definitely, especially the third act, we kind of got into the scene where this is completely not a part of the book. They're just doing their own thing right now.
Pretty much.
I mean, for me, when I first saw the original MEG movie, it was the first time I ever read a book before the movie. In the same case with this movie, I remember sitting in the theater and thinking oh my God, they're not doing any of this. Okay, that's kind of like, it was like I had to shut off my mind and just watch the movie for what it was.
Right.
Once I did that and just looked at it, I was like, this is a fun movie. I enjoy this.
Absolutely.
And I felt the same way about this one. Some of the returning cast, fun as always. Jason Statham comes back, and the man is just, I feel like he's becoming the new Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
He just can defy physics and do anything.
Just a little bit.
There's one scene where you're just like, that is completely not possible.
You question everything about what's happening, but then you don't care.
Because it's Jason Statham, and you're just like, no, Jason Statham probably could do that. Yeah. He could do whatever he wants, and I'll accept it and be like, yep, that's possible. How about you? What were some of the casts that really stood out to you?
I did like some of the returning cast, definitely DJ. I think they elevated his character a little bit better in this movie.
Oh, totally. I didn't care for DJ's character in the first movie. I thought he was a bit whiny. Yes, he was the comical relief, but in this movie, they definitely stepped up his game.
Yeah.
He was very enjoyable.
Badass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has some great moments that were comical, but yet just my man, this dude is kicking ass all over the place. And I was all for it. And Mac Reeves is awesome still. He's awesome in the books. He's awesome in the movie. Mei Ying, I love the relationship between her and Jonas.
Yeah.
They expand on that so much. It's one of the most touching parts of the movie that kind of helps balance out Jason Statham's character a little bit with being a badass and being a father figure. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, me too.
The new cast member of the group, Juming Zhang, what did you think of him?
The fun uncle.
The fun uncle.
He's definitely, I mean, I wouldn't take his character as unnecessary.
No, I thought he was a lovely addition. I know in the books they kind of switched around the names. It's not the Tanaka family, and there is a brother, but I enjoyed his character. He's a madman a bit, you know, but he's fun.
A little bit.
He's a fun guy. They do explain the absence of a certain cast member from the first movie.
I'm not a fan.
I wasn't satisfied with it. I know the actress made a decision not to be a part of this film due to some mental health reasons, which I wish her the best. I almost felt like it would have been better if they recasted that character to keep it in there, because the decision they made for that character, I was kind of like, not a fan.
Yeah, it is what it is, but we're not happy about it.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest complaints with this movie, and part of it I have to like take away from the book versus this, was the villains. They did not set up the villains at all.
No.
One of the things I love about the Meg 2, the Trench book, is the villains are so good. Benedict and Celeste are just...
You really love to hate them.
Oh, absolutely. They're horrible, just completely brutal people, yet there's something very intriguing about the way they think, the way they speak, especially Benedict being a philosopher and just an intelligent billionaire. And in this, they kind of just went with...
They breezed over really fast, and it feels like the villains were... Their only purpose was to set up the next plot for our heroes.
To create a bit of human conflict rather than man versus nature, essentially. And the villains just weren't there. Clearly, it was kind of like, we know why you guys are here. You just want to see the crazy sharks, the monsters. That's what we're going to give you.
Yep.
You know, which I'm happy with that. But then again, the villains kind of just served really no purpose in this movie.
Yeah.
Do you have any other general thoughts about this film?
I did thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's one of those movies where we could watch, I wouldn't say like on a super regular basis, but definitely on a like, hey, do you want to watch a shark movie? Sure, let's put on the two Meg movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a shark movie that I'll come back to every year for Shark Week, especially.
Yeah, right.
If there's one thing I will say, oh my God, they did an incredible job with the jump scares in this movie.
They did. They did a really good job with the jump scares in the movie. I think cinematically the movie was done very well.
There's one shot they did where the shark swallowed somebody, and I was like, awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Kudos to Ben Wheatley, who took over the directing job for John Turteltaub, who did the first movie. He did an extremely incredible job with his cinematography, just the sheer size of the sharks. I remember from the first movie, they had talked about why they didn't go with the design of how the sharks are described in the Steve Alton books, and they said it didn't look good in CGI. They actually took a chance with one of the sharks and did it based off how the book is, and I'm so glad they did. You knew immediately as a fan of the books, like, that's that shark.
Yep.
If you had to score it, what would you give it?
I'd probably give it maybe a 7.4.
Nice. Okay. All in all, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I think I liked it just about as much as I liked the first movie. I think I'm going to give it a 7.3. I think I liked it just as much. Yeah, it was still enjoyable. If I compared it to the books, the score would probably go down a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Just from the bits that you read me of the book, there's no comparison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a little more drama to it, and it deals more with, like, the PTSD side of things.
Yes.
And the fear aspect, rather than it's Jason Statham, and you kind of feel safe when you're with him. Once again, a fun movie for the summer blockbuster to come to an end. But let us know in the comments what you guys thought of Meg, if you did see or if you plan to see it. And my fellow Steve Alton book readers, let us know what you guys liked and maybe what you wish they would have took from the books. I'm curious to hear from you guys. Make sure to smash that like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. If we hit 100 likes, maybe we'll do a book versus movie video talking about the differences from the novel and the film. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host Trey with his wonder wife Sarah, and don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bad time.
Same bad channel. See you later.